Good afternoon, everyone. Carol here at Hedgerow Journals, and big warm welcome from me. I'm very apprehensive this afternoon because it's been a long time since I've offered any journals for sale, and I have some journals for sale this time, and I'm hoping. It's a long time since I've offered any journals for sale, and I'm really hoping against hope that you're going to like what I've created. A little bit different from the norm for me, I have to say. The concept, that sounds very grand, doesn't it? The idea behind these journals was really to try and create something that was suitable for everybody. For those that just want a lookbook, then or a lookbook style of journal, then you don't need to do anything further to these journals if you don't want to. If you're a beginner, I wanted you to be able to get up close and personal with the signatures and the things I've made inside the journals so that you can see how they're made, and perhaps get inspiration and learn from those. For those of you that like to personalise and decorate your journals, create ephemera, then I've wanted to include a coordinated bundle or bundles of goodies so that you could do that and still have plenty of opportunity to do it in the journals so that everything wasn't all done for you. And for those of you that prefer to write in your journals, I wanted to make sure there was plenty of space I've created in these journals for you to write in, but also for you to be able to add in pages to write on, or other pieces of ephemera to write on if you wish, and also to take them out when they're written on or full up or whatever, or you want to change things around. And I also wanted to give you stuff that you could just pop in your stash and use for other projects if you didn't want to use them in these journals. So I say journals, I originally made 12. I've been making them in the background over the last easily 3 to 4 months, more like four months plus really. Of that 12, I have 7 available for sale, and they are in my Etsy shop right now, along with the 10 bundles of goodies, or 10 packages that will come with each journal. What's happened to the other journals? Well, some have gone out as happy mails, some have been reserved, and I have one here which is mine. This one time I promised I would keep one back and have it for myself. So I'm going to take you through the journals. So all the journals are absolutely identical. The size of them is 17 centimetres by 22 centimetres with a 5.5 centimetre spine. And in imperial that equates to 6.5 inches by 8.5 inches with a 2.25 inch spine. The fabric on the front is upholstery fabric. It's called Country Hedgerow, and it retails here in the UK for around about £30 a metre, so it's good quality upholstery fabric, and it, as you can hear, the covers are hardback covers. I've not used cereal boxes or anything like that. I've used actual proper bookboard for creating these journals. The binding for each of the journals, let me just pop mine to one side, and the reason I've got this to show is to show you what additional things you can do with your journals, and why I've put together the bundles so that you can see what to do in yours if you decide to buy it. So this one will be popping in and out from time to time. So the binding, so let me just show you the cover of this particular journal, like so. Okay, and if I bring mine in as well, you can see what the cover is on mine. Okay, so the binding is an internal Midori-style binding, which enables you to remove signatures and pages. Therefore, you can add or take out pages and signatures in the journal, and you can add them very, very easily. There are 3 signatures inside. There are inclusions, i.e. tags and journaling spots, etc. There's a total of 60 inside here, and the digital kits I've used are from Chapter 1 Papers, the Journal Boat and Victoria Designs, and I will list the name of those in the description box below the video. Each journal comes with 10 coordinating bundles of goodies to personalise or increase your stash, as I've mentioned. So there we go. So the cover, I've just left these absolutely plain. Now, the reason I've done that is so to enable you to be able to do what you want with your cover. If you want to embellish it, that's fine. You can add a piece of card on the front, and let me pull in one of the bundles. I've included 3 of these double folded pieces of card, and also 3 of these pieces of card for you to use as you want within your journal. You might have spotted me take this off. You might have spotted me take this off the top of my journal cover, and I've made just a plain little journaling card here out of one of these pieces. Now you could cut this in half and make a little booklet out of it and still have 2 pieces left if you did that. So you could make a little booklet, you could make tags out of it, you could do what you like. You could add it to the front of your cover like that and create an added flip or flap on your cover if that's what you wanted to do, or you could embellish round the outside with lace. You could cut this smaller, have something like that on the front, and embellish round the outside with lace. And talking about lace or fabrics, one of the bundles that will come are these 4 vintage doilies and a couple of pieces of this French lace. I call it window lace. It's like a very fine crochet lace. So each journal will come with one of those. In relation to these pieces, I thought these would make good tags or bookmarks. Flip them over like that, and I was hoping to show you one that I'd made, but I didn't get it done. But you can see the idea I've got in mind. I've started to embellish this one. I was playing with it last night and didn't quite get it finished, but you can see what I mean. You could have a bookmark or something like that, but equally you might want to just use it as a flip or something like that in your journal. So you've got those pieces there. In terms of the cover, with mine, I have put an eyelet on the front and the back, and I've intertwined it with some sari chiffon that, or chiffon sari silk, sorry, I can't get my words out today, that I had in my own stash. I didn't have enough of this to offer as a bundle, but what I've done is I've put together a little bundle here of ribbons that you might like to use for your journals, and I've tried to pick colours that would go. Now this is looking very orange on my screen, but it is actually a deep cerise pink. This one's a grey, which picks up the bluey grey tones. This is a lovely purple ribbon that picks up the purple, and if you fancied kind of like an aqua green, there's an aqua green, and as you can see there's at least 3 meters of each one. So even if you didn't want to use them for wrapping around your journal as a closure, you might want to use those in another project. So that will be coming out to you with the journals. Okay, so let's get inside, because that's the bit that everybody wants to see, me included. So this is the inside of the journal. I've put a paper lining front and back inside the journal, which will enable you to easily glue anything to the front of your journal if you wanted to put a pocket in there. And talking of pockets, again, this is why I'm bringing my journal in. What I've done on the inside of my journal is if I take out these little bits of ephemera that I've got in here, I've created a fabric pocket and embellished it, and I've got a little journaling card that just tucks in there. And for my back pocket, I've done a long one, more of a tuck, and again I've embellished it and just got a little bit of this and that tucked in the pocket, and as you can see I've embellished it here. So again, another one of the bundles that I wanted you to have is this bundle, and what I've done here is I've actually created for you some fabric pockets, and they are backed with paper. You've got a long one and a thin one, so you can decide if you wanted a front tuck there, you could put this piece there. You might want to have it in the center and have it as a belly band, or you might want to put it at the back like I did with mine. And then this is the other one, and again you could have this as a pocket. You might want it as a little side pocket there, or you might want to put these elsewhere in your journal, on a particular page or something like that, or not use them at all. And because these are backed with paper, and well, actually it's cardstock, and this is cardstock, all you need to do is glue these in to your journals and they will hold. Now, you saw on mine that I'd embellished mine further with a trim of lace and some little silk hydrangea flowers, and I've included those in this bundle as well. So you'll get 3, I think it is, or 4 of these, no, 3 of these, all slightly different shades I've picked out, and you will get a trim of lace to use. So you will each have one of those in these bundles. And I've not sealed up or decorated the little glassine envelope because I want you to be able to use those as well in your journals. You see, I'm working hard here to try and make sure you're all going to personalise your own little journals and do something nice with them. So I'm just going to pop that one away like so. So you will get one of those bundles as well. And going through the actual signatures, there are 3 signatures, as I've said, and I'm going to try and hold this up so that you can see the style of binding. As you can see, there's elastic binding here, but there's no stitching or anything that will show on the outside. So these are internal Midori-style bindings, and I've included extra of the purple coloured elastic in with the bundles so that you can do what we normally do with Midori-style journals or Midori-style bound journals, so that you can create an extra loop and add in extra signatures if you want. But the joy of these is that you can just take out your signatures and add in signatures. So it enables you to be able to shift these signatures around if you want to, take them out, have a look at them if you want to, and it also enables you to add in pages if you want to. So that was my idea behind that. So let me show you the actual signatures. So the first signature in each of the journals is using a Chapter 1 digital kit called Shabby Florals, and each of the digital kits, I will send out each journal with the offcuts from each of the digital kits that I have used, so that you will have scraps and pieces of the individual digital kits that you can use to create other pieces of ephemera and do other decorations with. And the pieces will be things like tags, or big enough for you to create tags, or they actually will be the tags that are on the printables, but they are just the offcuts. So here we go with our first one. I'm just going to pop that underneath, so I'm not going to put any stress on the elastic. So this is our first one. There is a pocket on the side here with a journaling card. All the journaling cards and everything have been backed with tea stained paper. They've all been stitched. There is a very, very minute amount of inking. I'm not keen on inking, and I know some of you might not be either, so I haven't done much. There is a scrap of vintage German ledger paper, and the one I've used throughout is a 1912 ledger. So there is a side pocket there, and this page flows through into the page behind, so it matches. And everything has been stitched. In this top pocket up here, there is another tag. So I have a bit of lace here, another little piece of lace, a little tiny bezel with a fussy cut butterfly, a couple of seed pearls, a bit of sari ribbon. This is all stitched. There's a pocket here, it's trimmed with lace. You can see what it's like. Another little journaling card tucked in that pocket, an eyelet here, and if I flip it over, that's what the reverse looks like. So that goes in this top pocket up here, and I just usually leave it with that popping out the top, but you can do as you like, obviously. If I open it up, here we have, if I take out these tags, you have two little side pockets, one on each side there, and there are just some little tags from the kit. Some have little bits of embellishment on. They have tiny pieces of lace, and you had some of that lace in that bundle that I showed you earlier, and there's the other two tags. And behind here, where the pockets are, it's all lined behind with the same paper so that it all matches and coordinates. There is a sari silk ruffle down the side here with some lace. Flipping over here, just trying to get in frame again for you, there is a flip out. I move it across like so. I put a bit of embellishment on that corner. There is a little tag from the kit there, again backed with tea stained paper that goes in that pocket. A little tiny bit of embellishment up in that corner. This would be a good journaling spot if you wanted to use it for that. This is the center of this first signature. There's a label here, another flip here, and if I just pull this up, there is another tag from the kit, another one of those bezels, and I've put a tiny little butterfly in there with a seed pearl, glossy accents on the top, a little bit of ribbon and a little bit of embellishment down here, fussy cut butterflies, a bit of tulle, a bit of lace and vintage book page, and flip it over, plenty of space there for journaling. So that goes in that one, like so. There we go. Just turn that over. It flips open, and then here, I'm just going to move this across. This flips open, and you have a tuck spot in here with a journaling card, and this also flips open again, so there is a hidden journaling spot there, and that one has a little bit of lace on it which just bends. There's no thumb notch. You can create thumb notches if you want. I prefer to have them little bits of lace peeking out so that they are secret journaling spots. There's a embellished pocket down here with three gorgeous little journaling cards, and all of these have been stitched and backed with tea stain paper, as I said. So it's a double pocket here, so you've got that one in the back, that one in the front, and then that one. And then at the top here there is another little journaling spot, and this one I've just put a little bit of lace trim on that one. There is a thumb notch on the top of this one because I kept on losing it. I didn't know where it was. When you close it, there is a window here, and if I pull this out there, you can see there is another collaged little journaling card in there. And I'm just going to pop that one back in there, move this back across, and then it just folds closed. And then here we've got a tuck with a pocket, and I've done a little bit of embellishment on that, nothing much. There's a tiny little cute tag here with some lace, an eyelet, a tiny couple of little circular tags on a mini tag tied with some thread, and then this journaling card. So that just tucks in there like so, and that goes down in that pocket, and I like to just have the lace peeking over the top for interest. And then this side should look like this. So you've got a flap here which opens, and another pocket with a long journaling card, a Tracy label there. No, that's not a Tracy label, that's from the kit. Sorry. A journaling card here, just plain, and then a little mini tuck spot that I've embellished down there with 4 of these little faux stamps from the kit. They're just so adorable. I love these. I absolutely love them, and you'll see them all over in this journal. And again, plenty of space for writing there if you want to. So that's my first signature, everybody. So now we come to the second signature, and the digital kit I've used here is from the Journal Boat, and it was called Sweet Vintage Purples. Love this kit, absolutely love it. So we've got a window pocket here. It looks like a CD case, but it isn't. I've created it out of the kit, and I've done a little bit of embellishing on it. I've put on the side here a Tim Holtz paper clip, and the reason I've done that is if I bring my journal in and open it up, where are we? You can see that I've put a little couple of pearl dangles on there. These are all slightly different colours, but all in the same hue of the kit, and you have a set of these in your bundle that will come with the kit. So all you'll need to do if you want to have them dangling in your journal like I have off one of these Tim Holtz paper clips is just thread them through onto the paper clip. I haven't done that in case you wanted to use them on a tag or somewhere else. Okay. The other thing we've got here is this flips open, but in the top here you've got a card. You've got a journaling card, and you might recognise that. That's the same image that I've just backed onto that purple cardstock. So that goes in the top like that. Flip it open. There's a vellum pocket at the bottom, and there's 3 little tags here, or one's a journaling spot that I've backed with some paper. You've got a little tiny tag there with an eyelet in it. This one is from the kit, and I've left it with this top. It is stitched round and it is backed with paper, but I didn't know if you would want to put an eyelet in there. You might prefer not to have an eyelet in there, or you could literally just trim it straight across and have it matching this one. So that's why I've not done anything further with that one. I wanted to try and kind of leave plenty of options for you to decide what you want to do with these inclusions. So as I say, a decorated vellum pocket there. Then on this page there is a flip. So there is another vellum pocket down here with a little bit of embellishment that tucks into the pocket. There's some lace up here. This flips up, and there is this inside with the word kindness, which just flips open, and you have a little secret journaling spot there. So that just tucks under the word kindness. And then this flip just pulls out from this band here. Now you probably can't see it, but there is a split in that band up there. I hope you can pick that up, that this card goes in. So let me turn it over so that you can see what it looks like. I've reinforced the top with some paper as I've hinged it. Bit of lace on the top, vellum pocket there. Inside you've got a journaling spot, and then there is a side pocket with a faux stamp, and again another little stitched card that just tucks in there. and that just goes in that top pocket up here. And again, everything's stitched. Some of it, I've done it not in, sorry, I digress. Ostensibly it is, or mainly it is normal machine stitching, not wildly messy stitching, and I've done it in thread that actually matches the pages. So these pages are all stitched round, even before I've gone on and started stitching the embellishments, but it's very, very subtle stitching, so I hope you like that. So this flips open. Ah, right, this page, right, I've got a couple of flaps here. Now, these are window pockets, and this is chiffon, sari chiffon. I've just tucked the chiffon into the pockets, and you can, if you want to, use it to create a tie. And I love chiffon, sari chiffon, because it's so forgiving and it's so fine that it's not going to bulk out your journal. So you could close your pockets like that if you wanted to, or you could do as I did and just tuck them into the back pockets. Okay, so in the top here, there is a pocket. Now there's nothing inside this one, but there is inside this one. So let me pull this one out. There is a stitched journaling card that I've put inside this pocket, or equally it could go inside this one. Now there is more paper so that you could create another one of these if you wanted to. So that goes in the top of the envelope. Just put that in skew-width. There we go, so that you just get an image peeping through there. Both of these open like so, and there is a pocket behind with a journaling card in there, and in this one there again is a journaling card in that one. So I'm going to just put these out here so that you can see what they look like. So one is clear on the back so that you can write on, the other is decorated, and these just go into these pockets like so. There we go. You've got a vellum pocket here, and then in here you've got a secret journaling spot. So I've created one of these great little secret journaling spots. Love, love, love making these, and now of course I can't get it back in. I was thinking, there we go, that's what it should look like, and I can't remember who created these first on YouTube, so apologies about that, but I love making them, so 10 out of 10. I really love making these. So that's what it looks like. I was going to glue the bottom portion into the pocket, but and create another tuck spot there, but I actually like being able to lift them out, but that's something else you can decide you might or might not want to do. So I'm just going to very quickly tie a bow there. And the joy, as I say, with sari chiffon is that A, it doesn't bulk out your journals, and B, you don't have to be good at tying anything. Here I've got a little pocket, and I've put a faux ticket in the top pocket, so really it lends itself for putting a big journaling card in there. Over the page I've created a pocket, and I've just put some gorgeous lace trim on the edge of the pocket, and the pocket is all lined inside. I hope you can see that. And then what I've done here is I have clipped together some pieces of my 1912 German ledger paper. I absolutely love, love, love this. I think there's about 9, 10, 12 pieces. I've tried to make sure there was writing, some heading and some dates and some figures on all of these pieces. I've used them throughout the journal, you'll see. I haven't done anything with them other than clip them all together with a piece of vintage lace, because I thought you might like to use these in your journal and therefore not want to put them all into a bundle. I thought you might like to create a little decorated journaling bundle and mix your ledger papers with plain paper so that you could write on them. I'll show you what I did in mine. Just a very, very simple idea. I'm just going off to one side to grab mine. Oh, also, there we go. I've also created another dangle here to hold the pocket closed, so you could do that. This is my pocket, and all I did with mine was I trimmed it with some lace, some more lace, took it over the back, put a little one of the numbers from the kit, not the kit. I put a couple of numbers from the ledger paper onto the back of the lace. I've cut it slightly at different lengths, and then I've just sandwiched mine together. But in retrospect, I wish I'd mixed and matched the ledger paper with plain paper. But, you know, you can do what you like. But if you mix and match it with plain paper, you'll be able to eke out that vintage ledger paper and use it in other projects or for decorating this project or this journal. So let me lift mine to one side. I hope this isn't driving you nuts seeing me bring the journal backwards and forwards. Okay, this little one, you've got a you've got a clear pocket at the bottom with a little piece of ephemera. Okay, so that's your pocket. On this side, there's a clear pocket down here with a little piece of ephemera tucked into it. This doesn't come out. Behind here, there is a tag with another one of those little purple ones on. So you've got a tag stitched and backed, and that goes behind it. If I show you, that's acting like a belly band there. So that goes in there like so. But before I put that in, this actually pulls down. This lifts up, and you have a secret journaling spot at the top here. If I can get my hand in it. And here there is a secret pocket for you to put either another tag in or a journaling card or something like that. So that just closes down. This slides up there, and then this just goes behind in that belly band. And what I tend to do is, rather than have that sticking up, I just anchor one corner under this piece that slides up and down, and just have it like that. Okay, so over the page we have another journaling spot, and I've just popped a piece of ephemera in this very big pocket here. Now, in amongst the bundles that come with the journals, there are 2 packets of coordinating whale tails and little tags, so you might want to perhaps put a whale tail on here. I've just popped it into this pocket here. I quite like having it peeping out and picking up the colours on this 3rd signature. So this flips open, and again, if I move it across, I've decorated one of these little journaling type flips. I've put an eyelet down there for you to create a dangle if that's what you want to do. So this just lifts up, decorated it down there, and that flips down. You've seen these, everybody does these. And then there's some space in here for writing. So that goes like that. If I close this up, this also here is a pocket, and actually this is a big journaling card that comes out. So that's the back, and if I open it up, that was on the flip that you saw, and then there is a pocket here for a journaling card to go in like that. Okay, and then as I say, that goes in this end pocket here. So I'm going to put that back in a second. And that just goes in this pocket here. So as I say, that flips open like that. Here we've got one of those little secret journaling spot pockets. So there is a tag with a bit of embellishment on, a bit of lace and washi on the other side. Behind there is a tuck spot up here, and I've just put another couple of those little faux tickets in. This flips up. There's a couple of ephemera pieces in this pocket. This one lifts up as well, and there's again some ephemera pieces in that pocket. And then here there's another little tiny little pocket with a couple of little faux labels in, and these flaps just are held closed, and these flaps are just held closed with the tag. So that's the second signature. And now moving on to the third signature. This digital kit comes from Victoria Designs, and it's called Vintage Flowers. So we have here a side tuck with a little journaling card inside, and actually that wants trimming. So as you can see, this is the third signature, and the digital kit I use for this one is from Victoria Designs, and it's called Vintage Flowers. So again, everything is stitched up and layered. So here on the front, this is an image from the kit on one of the background pages. There is a pocket here, and I've just put in a postcard from the actual kit itself. So that goes in there. I'm just going to move this down because this portion slides up and off the page like so, and if I flip it over, I've done some collaging on the back and it's all stitched, as you can see, and this is one of those closures I've shown in a previous video. So the back two flaps just slot into these grooves here for the closure. Okay, these flaps open like so, and there is a vellum pocket inside with again the same image, and this time I've just created a little book using the vintage ledger paper, and that just tucks in that pocket there. And those two flaps go into the grooves, and that just slides down over the page to create the closure. I'm just going to line that up a little bit like so. Over the page I have created a fussy cut pocket. As you can see, it's there, and I've just included some pieces of ephemera, and these are genuine pieces of vintage ephemera. So there's a French so this one is a French this is a French certificate dating back to 1699. there is a library card, vintage library card that goes in there. There is another piece of vintage ephemera here. This is a French receipt, and I use some of this on the reverse of that for my collaging. And then there is a tag here. This is a contemporary tag, and I've just cut out and done some fussy cut out an image and done a little bit of layering and some on the back there like so. And then here, this is a vintage letter. This is a vintage letter that I've printed onto newspaper print, and I've done one of my locking envelopes or locking pockets. But if I open it up for you, I've done a tutorial on this, so if you open it up and you can't shut it or fold it, then you can follow that. So there we go, that's the piece of faux vintage ephemera. I mean, it was, so there we go, that's the French document that I photocopied onto this paper. Fold that over, and that goes like so. And then that just tucks in this pocket here. The tag goes behind, and then these go in it as well. I think it goes that way round. I can't quite remember now how I did it. I think it goes that way. There we go. So that goes like that. And then these all tuck in there. Here I've done a belly band, and this is the closure on the front, and I've done it with Velcro dots. So it opens like that with the Velcro dot, but also I put a dot on the other side, so you can take it off completely if you don't like it. I actually quite like leaving it on and just opening it on one side. And in the kit, or in the bundles, I have put in some Velcro dots for you, and there's 18, I think, of each of the dots, if you haven't got any in your stash, so that you can use them on other bits and bobs that you like. So this opens like so. There are two little mini pockets down here with these little faux stamps in. And then up here there is a paper clip that I've made just with some of the vintage ledger paper. You will have seen these recently on my playlists. You will have probably seen this recently on my YouTube channel as I was making this the other day. This is kind of like a little journaling spot that you can add to your journals if you want to, and it's just made out of vintage paper. And what I did with mine was, if I just lift mine out, this is mine. What I did with mine was I just embellished mine a little bit more at the top here, and I added a couple of little journaling spots behind the flaps, just so that I could write on them if I wanted to, or write on this if I wanted to. But equally, if you didn't want to do that, what you could do is you could glue down each side, create a tuck spot by doing that at the front, and then have it as a little pocket or envelope with that as the closure. So that's why I didn't put any journaling spots inside these, so that you could have it as a pocket with a little tuck if that's what you wanted to do. And similarly, what you could do is you could always glue it to your journal page if you're putting in other pages, and have a tuck spot behind it at the top or on that side. So I've just left them as they are for you to take forward and embellish as you like. There is a piece of vintage book page in here, which I can't remember what year this dates back to. And what I've done with mine is, if I can get mine out, and mine, all I've done is I've collaged over the top. I've glued all this together. So I've opened it up, because it's a double page. I've glued all of that together like so that it becomes one page. I've glued that together so that it's a bit more sturdy. I haven't backed this with anything, I've just glued it. Then I trimmed it at the top to create a tag. I put on some wallpaper, a little bit of fussy cutting, some envelopes, a label, and then I've stitched all the way round. And I've done that. That's what it looks like on the back. And then I've got a little closure with a little piece or a little area for journaling. So that's what I've done with mine. So I hope that gives you a little bit of inspiration as to what you can do with this random piece of book page. Then you've got a faux computer card, or this is then you've got an original computer card, and I've used some of the paper from the kit just to cover it over. Bit of collaging at the bottom. There's some more of the paper stitched all the way around to create another tag or journaling spot for you. So those are just clipped together with a paper clip. And then here at the back, this was your belly band. Here at the back, if you lift this up, you've got a little hidden journaling spot, and that's your belly band closure like that. So these pieces just pop behind that belly band like so. If I can get them in there. What they're doing is they're catching on these little faux tickets or faux stamps there. So I'm just going to put them in place like so and close it up again. So that's that page for you. And then if I take you through to the back page, this is the back page, and you've got another little secret journaling spot there. You've got some lace at the top. You've got a side pocket here with a little card or little piece of ephemera in there, just popped in the pocket so that you know where it is. There is a thumb notch on that one. This opens up and you have a little area here for journaling on. There is a tag there that I've collaged, and you've got a bit of a journaling spot on the back, and you can see I've used a piece of that 1912 French note, and as you can see I've used a piece of that 1912 German ledger paper here as well as there. So that just goes in that top pocket up there. Here you've just got another one of these fussy cut pockets along the bottom there, and I've just trimmed this little journaling card with some lace to match the lace at the top. So that goes in the pocket there, and then behind it there is a little tuck spot in here. There's your journaling card that goes in that, and if I flip it over there is a pocket in the back, and again with another little piece of the ephemera from the actual kit itself, and again this one is trimmed with the same lace. I need to get that in straight if I'm putting it in there, don't I? And that just goes in the pocket like so. So there we go everybody, that is the journal, and I'm hoping that you like it and will have a go at embellishing it yourselves if you decide to. So there we go everybody, that's the basic journal, and very quickly I'm just going to pull in the bundle so you can quickly have another look. So that's your journal. This bundle had the ribbons in that I showed you. You've got the fabric pockets here to do with as you will. You've got some pieces of vintage lace to use. You've got the additional cardboard here to make more tags, journaling spots to use as a flip cover on the front if that's what you want to do. You've got some strips of Velcro dots to use. You also have a bundle of napkins that coordinate colour-wise with the colours of the DigiKits in the journals. I've also put in a little decorated pouch of washi tapes and Tim Holtz tapes and some tickets. These don't match at all. But I made these to go in the creation boxes that I made these to go in the creation boxes that I released at the beginning of the year, and they were so close to the shipping limit that I really couldn't put them in. So I'm just throwing them in here very randomly. As I say, they don't match at all, but I thought you might like them. There is a bundle here of the offcuts from the digital kits, just in a little bag with some doilies that you can use to decorate your journal as well. There's also some lace on these things. I've put in a couple of these. Now these are paint samples, or paint chips I think you call them in America. We call them paint samples, and I love these because the colours pick up the colours of the kits that I've used. So those are included as well. I've also put in a little glassine envelope of, these are little silk flowers, and I think I might have sealed this one up. Naughty, because I wanted you to be able to use these. So I'm sorry about that, but if you open them carefully, I think, yeah, there we go, you can open them and contact. So in here there are silk hydrangea flowers of different sizes and different colours. I've tried to put a nice variety of each in, and I've used these to decorate my journal as well, so that's why I've included them in there. And I've also put in, I think it's 10 of these tiny little silk flowers. Now these have a little hole in the middle, but you could put a brad to secure it to your page. You could put your safety pin through the hole, or you could put a tiny little half pearl as well to hide that hole if you're not happy with it. So there's options there, so you've got those. And I'm just going to move all of this lot to one side now that I've got it all out, because what I'd like to show you is this one. This is another one of these pouches, and you could use these as well, these pouches. These work well in journals. You can flatten them down and they make good pockets, or chop them up. The cardboard is good on these. It's nice and sturdy. Inside this pocket, or this pouch, let me show you, there's 2 packets of whale tails, and I think there's 20 in each. There's 2 packets of these little mini tags that you will have seen me use to decorate, so they're included as well. In here, you move this to one side, another one of these glassine envelopes. You've got more of these paint chips. Now you've got 3 of these. Unfortunately, these, the holes, when you reverse them, they marry up perfectly. You could create a little faux specimen card using these. So there's all sorts of ideas you could use those for. I've included some stickers that you might want to use as well. So these you need to fussy cut these out, and the back peels off to create stickers. I've included more of the little faux stamps, and more of the labels, and more of the words. So there's notes and journal and believe and smile, and there's a little cents sign there, 79 cents. So there's some of those. And then in here you've got different sizes and styles of buttons that coordinate, little tiny ones like that. You've got those little pearl dangles that I showed you, and you've got 5 of these little cut glass dewdrops. There are 5, I've just dropped one on the floor as I was getting them out, so sorry about that, but there is 5 at least in each of these. So there we go, everybody. I hope you like these journals and all the goodies that I've tried to think that you might be able to use in your journals or pop in your stash. I've tried to think of anything and everything that you might be able to use. I hope you like what I've chosen, and so there we go, everybody. These are my journals. So there we go, everybody. Those are my journals. So there we go, everybody. That's my journal. As I say, so there we go, everybody. I hope you like the journal. As I said, super interactive. I hope I've covered all the bases in terms of... So there we go, everybody. That's my journal, or my journals for you. I hope you like them. As I say, there are 7 of them available if you are interested. Please, if you are, will you take a look at my Etsy shop? You'll see the listings there. Please don't click on the ones that are marked reserved because they're not available. Please list. So there we go, everybody. That's the journal, and as you saw, some of the goodies that I'm including with them. I really hope you like them, and if you are interested in buying one, there are 7 of them available over in my Etsy shop. Please, can I ask though that if you see a reserve listing, that you don't click on those journals to buy, because those are reserved. As I say, they're reserved listings for somebody. Please just click on the general listing, and I'd be very grateful. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's turned into a very long-winded video this morning, hasn't it? So there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It's turned into a bit of a long-winded video, hasn't it? I hope you like the journal or the journals. As I say, there are 7 of them available over in my Etsy shop. Please, can I ask though that you don't click on the ones that are marked reserved listings, because obviously they are journals that are reserved for people. There is a general listing there for this journal, and those are the ones to click on if you want to purchase one of these journals. And as I say, the goodies that I've shown you, they're all included with each of the journals. So thank you so much again, everybody. I've relaxed a bit now. I can go and have a cup of coffee. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.